My journey to learn English. This is IAM The Voice TV. My name is John. Today, I want to take you through a very personal journey. A journey that is not perfect, not easy, and not fast. But it is real. It is my story of how I struggled with English, how I failed many times, and how I slowly built myself step by step. This is not just about language learning. It is about patience, growth, and believing in yourself when nothing seems easy. If you are learning English or trying to improve your life in any way, then listen carefully to this story. Because I was once exactly where you are now. Confused, unsure, and sometimes even discouraged. But I kept going. Chapter 1, where it all started. I did not grow up speaking English fluently. In fact, when I first encountered English, it felt like a completely different world. The words sounded strange. The sentences moved too fast. And I often felt like I was always one step behind everyone else. When people spoke English around me, I understood only small parts. Not everything. And when I tried to speak, I would stop in the middle of my sentence. Not because I had nothing to say, but because I could not find the right words quickly enough. In class, I often stayed silent. I wanted to participate. I wanted to answer questions. But fear stopped me. Fear of making mistakes. Fear of being laughed at. Fear of not sounding correct. And slowly, that fear became a barrier in my life. But deep inside me, there was still a small voice. A voice that kept saying, "You must try. You must not give up." Because I knew one thing very clearly: if I never try, I will never improve. Chapter 2, the struggle. Learning English was not something I mastered quickly. It was a slow and difficult process. I started from the basics. Simple words. Simple sentences. Simple expressions. Every day, I tried to learn something new. I listened to English songs, even when I did not understand the meaning. I watched videos, movies, and tried to copy how people spoke. I repeated words again and again. But even with all my effort, I still made many mistakes. Sometimes my pronunciation was not correct. Sometimes I forgot simple vocabulary in the middle of speaking. Sometimes I mixed words and became confused. And yes, sometimes people noticed my mistakes. Sometimes people laughed. And those moments were painful. There were days when I questioned myself. Why is this so hard for me? Why can others speak so easily while I struggle? Maybe I am not good enough. Maybe I should stop. But every time I reached that point, something inside me refused to quit. A small determination that said, "Keep going. You are improving slowly." And so I continued. Even when progress was invisible. Even when nobody noticed my effort. Even when I felt tired. Chapter 3, the turning point. One day, something changed in my thinking. I realized that English is not learned in a single moment. It is not a race. It is a journey. A long journey built step by step. Like building a house. One brick at a time. So I changed my approach completely. Instead of trying to be perfect, I focused on being consistent. I stopped worrying about mistakes. And I started focusing on practice. Every day, I spoke English even when I was alone. I read sentences out loud. I recorded my voice and listened carefully. At first, it was uncomfortable. But slowly, I began to notice improvement. I started understanding more words without stopping. I started forming better sentences. I started speaking with more confidence. Not perfect, but better than before. And that small improvement gave me motivation to continue. Because now I could see progress. Chapter 4, building confidence. As time passed, something inside me changed. It was not only my English skills. It was my confidence. Before, I was afraid to speak. afraid of mistakes, afraid of judgment. But now, I began to understand something very important. Mistakes are not failure. Mistakes are part of learning. Every mistake I made taught me something new. Every conversation helped me grow. Every attempt made me stronger. Slowly, English stopped being something I feared, and it became something I used. A tool to express my thoughts, a tool to connect with people, a tool to build my future. And that change meant everything to me. Chapter 5, Still learning. Even today, I am still learning. I have not reached perfection, and I may never be perfect, but I am no longer afraid of the journey. I still make mistakes. I still forget words sometimes. I still face challenges when speaking, but I do not stop anymore, because I now understand something very powerful. Success is not about being perfect. It is about never giving up. Every expert was once a beginner. Every fluent speaker once struggled like me. And this truth gives me strength to continue. So I keep learning. Step by step. Day by day. Chapter 6, Message to YOU. If you are listening to this story, and you are struggling with English, I want you to remember something very important. You are not behind. You are not slow. You are not incapable. You are learning. And learning takes time. Do not compare your progress with others. Focus on your own journey. Speak even if your English is not perfect. Practice even if you feel shy. Try even if you are afraid. Because one day, you will look back and realize how far you have come. And you will be proud that you never gave up. This is IAM The Voice TV. My name is John. And this is my journey to learn English. It is not the end of my story. It is still continuing. But I am proud of how far I have come. And if I can improve, you can improve too. Keep going. Keep learning. Keep believing. Because your journey is just beginning. This is IAM The Voice TV. My name is John. And this is my journey to learn English. It is not the end of my story. It is still continuing. But I am proud of how far I have come. And if I can improve, you can improve too. Keep going. Keep learning. Keep believing. Because your journey is just beginning.